Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're actually going to be doing a personal project. This is my husband's truck. If you follow the channel for a while, you know that well over a month ago I applied the new Graphene Pro Coat 2.0 from McKee's 37 on this truck. It's a single layer up to 10-year durability claim. It's going to offer you chemical resistance, reduced risk of water spotting issues, and it's actually become a very popular product here at my shop. And I get asked a lot of times by my customers, how do I recommend that they maintain their graphene coating? And so I wanted to do a specific video. This is for my customers, but really for anyone that has a graphene coating on their vehicle. But really, the same principles would apply to any ceramic coating, really. So we coated this truck well over a month ago, but this is actually the first time that we are washing it. It actually has stayed clean pretty long. We're just finally like 4.5 weeks later. The vehicle has been rained on, parked outside for numerous days on end when I've had customers' vehicles in the garage. And so I'm really happy with the fact that it didn't get dirty very quickly. That's what's great about ceramic coating. So let's go ahead, give it a high pressure rinse and see what's going on. So one of the things that most people love about ceramic coatings is that they're going to be extremely hydrophobic. And what does that mean? Well, for those of you that love water beads, let's just call you hydrophobatics, you're going to really enjoy this video. So one of the most basic things that I recommend to people who have a ceramic coated vehicle is that you invest in a high pressure water system to be able to wash your vehicle with. A standard hose is not going to do much in the way of blasting dirt and debris off your vehicle, but with a ceramic coated vehicle, because the surface is so hydrophobic and the contact angle is so great, with high pressure water alone, you're going to be able to blast a majority of the dirt and residue off of your paint with just the force of the water alone, which means that when you come in to do your contact wash, there's less risk of scratching the paint because you've been able to remove as much of the dirt as possible. Now, I am noticing with this vehicle, our roof is probably the one area where the beads don't look the tightest. They kind of are a little flat. This is what I would say we are clogged because we have a buildup of contaminants or dirt, maybe pollen, on the vehicle, so we need to do a good contact wash. For that, we're going to use the Graphene Auto Wash from McKee's 37. Now, you can use any pH neutral soap, you can use any ceramic friendly soap. I like to use the Graphene Auto Wash because it's in the same chemical family as the graphene coating that we applied, so it's going to pair really well with it and just enhance the coating. At the bottom of our 5-gallon bucket, we have a grit guard to help trap some of the dirt. And we also are going to use a plush microfiber wash mitt. You want to avoid sea sponges or anything aggressive. Microfiber is going to be your best friend to contain all of the suds, which are going to give you lubrication as well as cleaning capabilities. When washing a ceramic coating, you want to go in straight lines, very light pressure. You're not going to have to rub aggressively to get dirt off the vehicle. That is one of the benefits of a ceramic coating. It's going to take less effort to remove dirt because it's just basically kind of floating on the top of the surface. The best time of day to wash your vehicle is going to be early morning or later in the afternoon. I'm actually right before supper time. The sun was setting. This is the perfect time of day to wash a vehicle because you don't want to wash a ceramic coated vehicle in direct sunlight. You have a lot of water beads on your vehicle, and if you have hard water and a lot of sunlight, that leaves a lot of potential for some water spotting issues. If you can, actually let the soap sit on the vehicle while you're washing the entire thing. Don't rinse it until the final end. Having that soap on there is going to help reduce water spotting issues. And you'll notice I just flipped my towel. We're going to use one side of our mitt per panel, rinse our mitt in our soapy water solution, and then continue to proceed. Basically 2 panels at a time, one side for one panel, the other side for the second panel. Rinse, repeat. And one last tip, start at the top and work your way down with your mitt. So how often should you actually wash your vehicle? This is probably the number one question that I get asked by my customers. I recommend at least monthly doing a good contact wash, and just going through the automatic non-touch car wash is not sufficient enough. You need to put some sort of contact on the paint to help prevent mineral deposits as well as road film from accumulating and potentially clogging and weakening your ceramic coating. They are going to give you nice chemical resistance, but by nature, road film is oil, gasoline, it's acidic in nature, and if it sits too long on your ceramic coating, especially the lower panels or your trunk, it's going to weaken the hydrophobic. So a good contact wash is really going to go a very long way with keeping the hydrophobics from your coating performing at top notch. You can see after we just did a quick contact wash, our hydrophobics look fantastic. We were able to remove any potential contaminants that were building up, whether it be tar, pollen, dirt, road film, etc. And our coating looks very, very impressive. I'm actually seeing some sheeting capabilities, which I love sheeting coatings. That just helps kind of reduce the risk of water spotting. But we still have nice tight beads, especially on our roof. Once we did our contact wash, we see no issues with the hydrophobics whatsoever. And yes, I know I'm using a lot of water. At this point, I'm just playing. I might be a little bit of a hydrophobic myself. But take note, we let all of that soap sit on the vehicle until we were ready for our final rinse, and that really does help prevent any sort of water spotting issues because I have very hard water here at my house. But one way to also help prevent water spots as you're getting ready to dry your vehicle, this is the type of product that if you actually flood the panel, I just took the tip off of my pressure washer to give me a steady flow of water. But even if you were to use a standard hose and kind of just flood the panel, it will practically dry itself with water. That is impressive. And I've got to see that again. So now that everything has been washed, and that was actually really fast, it's the fastest I've ever been able to wash this truck, we're going to go ahead and dry it down. We're going to use the Graphene detail spray as a drying aid. Diluted, it's not going to last as long, but this is just going to give us a little bit of extra lubrication and safety as we dry the vehicle. We're going to be using the gauntlet towels. I like the bigger towels, especially for trucks, but then we have kind of a second towel that way for glass, things like that. We can just kind of button things up. So let's go ahead and get her dry. Now, when it comes to drying your vehicle, not all towels are created equal. I especially don't recommend using a bath towel or an old beach towel because those are not going to give you any sort of cushion if there should be dirt on the vehicle. You want to invest in quality premium microfiber towels. Now, I'll put the links to some of my favorite down below, but oftentimes the number one way that swirls and scratches are introduced to a vehicle is through washing and drying your vehicle. So you want to invest in quality microfibers that are going to be safe on your paint. But you also can integrate some sort of ceramic drying aid. Now, what that will do is actually give you a little bit of extra lubrication as you dry, which will help reduce the risk of swirls and scratches, but it also will replenish the hydrophobics for the ceramic coating, make sure that they perform at top notch. Now, this product, you don't need a lot, 1 or 2 squirts per panel, and it actually will increase the slickness for this coating. There was no streaking left behind after using it. You don't need a lot, but it just makes the drying process safer, easier, and gives you better results with less effort. When it comes to maintaining a ceramic coating, the number one benefit that I tell all of my customers is that it will make maintenance so much easier for you. It actually can make maintenance enjoyable. I enjoy hydrophobics. I enjoy a beautifully detailed vehicle. And when you have a ceramic coating on your car, it's going to look like you spent hours detailing it with just minutes of effort. Less than a half an hour, we are done from start to finish with doing our first maintenance wash on my husband's truck with the McKee's 37, their Graphene Pro Coat. Some observations that I noticed: we did have a little bit of water spotting on the roof just because this is sat out in the rain. It's been dirty and kind of baked on there, so we might want to do a maintenance wash more frequently than about a month. And honestly, that's with most coatings. We were able to remove them with our wash and our quick detailer or our ceramic drying aid, so hopefully we're not going to have kind of an accumulation of those over time, so we'll keep an eye out for that. But I do think that if we were to wash it more frequently, that will help avoid that issue in the future. But what I really liked from this coating that I saw is that if you actually flood the panel with water when you do your final rinse, it will actually sheet almost to the point where it will be dry with water. I really like coatings that have that quality, and this coating has that quality. So for those that maybe you're washing with a standard hose, on your final rinse, just kind of flood the panel and you're gonna have practically a dry panel once you are done rinsing, which will really help reduce the risk of water spots when you go to dry the vehicle. Now obviously if you hit it with high pressure water or it sits out in a rainstorm, it will have beading on it, but I do like that quality for it. So really happy with how the Graphene Auto Wash, the Graphene Ceramic Detailer performed. We were able to get really great results very quickly. The paint is really nice and slick and smooth. Even if we had a little bit of tar, it came off with our wash process alone. I didn't have to use a dedicated tar remover. So again, ceramic coating, making maintenance easier, making it fun, relaxing, enjoyable. So our first maintenance wash is in the books. Make sure you guys stay tuned for future updates that we have on this product. But we're gonna get cleaned up. We've got a lot to do the next couple of days. Who knows, it might include this guy. But thanks guys for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the very next detail. Have a great day.